Neil deGrasse Tyson like recently said that one of the most embarrassing things about humans is the fact that we have borders. And it's true. I think that, with borders, it's like, why can't people as a whole communicate? We have social media, we have all these tools to talk to each other and communicate with each other. Like, why don't we build a one world coalition? And I believe that if there are aliens that are watching us and they're, trying to keep tabs on us, they're probably waiting until we become universally connected and together. um I think that, like, there's some people in this world that are just, they're just so much hate and for themselves that they push it out into the world and they push it out for other people. And it gets very frustrating to look at this stuff in the news every single day. And it's so annoying. Because think about this, like, if you're an advanced alien life form, like civilization, and you see this planet here, right? We're going to war with each other. We're destroying each other's cities. We're destroying each other's resources. We're sabotaging each other's, places in the world. We're not providing things to each other that should be provided, like things like clean water, food, healthcare, those kinds of things. Why would they want to interact with us, especially if they've been a peaceful civilization for millions of years? Millions of years. They've gone through their wars. They've gone through all of the conflicts that they don't need to go through it again. And you think that, people at this point would be smart enough to know that the earth, that we are it. Like, we humans, we are creatures living on this earth, and we are, we were gifted some of these things, right? That we're gifted consciousness, and we should be able to say, like, hey, let's all just work together instead of dividing each other and trying to, like, take over and be, like, full of greed and want to take over things and control things. Like, for instance, you find a waterfall. No one's ever been to this waterfall, and it's got the cleanest water. Instead of showing people where they can get it, instead you put a barrier around it, and you start to put weapons around, and you start to put guards around it, and you start to charge people. You start to advertise this water. Like, what is that? Why not just bring it to everybody and say, like, hey, here's a water source that's never been tapped? It just doesn't make sense to me. And, like, an alien civilization that's been around for millions of years, they're not going to want to interact with us until we get to a point where we all together think in that sort of fashion. We need to use our resources. The only time people start doing that is when resources get very, very scarce. For instance, if aliens did attack us, do you think it would just be America versus all of the aliens? No, everybody would be fighting. China would be fighting. America would be fighting. Everybody would be fighting against these. All the nations in the world would be fighting for survival. And guess what? We would probably all unite. But I don't even know if that would happen these days, because, think about COVID. COVID could have been taken care of so quickly if everybody just agreed on vaccinating each other's. And then there's these weird people that, they want to control the water source, which is the vaccination, the cure, right? There's people who have figured out how to completely get rid of cancer and HIV. These people get assassinated. These are water sources, things that people need. We could eliminate all diseases. We could eliminate so many things. We could have, you know, there are companies that are designing artificial suns. These artificial suns are plasmas, and you know, a lot of countries are working on these tools. And guess what? These tools could fuel, or they could give energy to the entire world with just one machine working. So like, why do we have to compete to get it to work? Why can't we all work together and have all our scientists working together to build this tool that would get rid of fossil fuels? Fossil fuels are finite, meaning that we don't have them forever. So this idea of just like cut, or just completely getting rid of diversity and not embracing it, and not embracing unity is such a dumb, is to me the dumbest thing on earth that we humans are experiencing. And we're still in a savage place. We're still in this savage world, and people don't realize it. It's like we're not, like, no one really sees how bad it is. No one really sees just how bad we are, like in terms of like being advanced. We are not even close. We need to have a unified language. We need to have unified technology. We need to have unified people that are ready to work together. And I think that that's going to happen after a massive amount of destruction happens first. And we may not even survive that. We may not survive that calamity, where we may kill ourselves before we even get to a place like that. You know, it's like, how do we deal with this? So anyway, I just wanted to, you know, just bring these questions up because I don't know. Like, I think that World War III is going to teach us, is going to be the moment where, you know, some things are going to happen to us, and some changes are going to be very big. Like awakenings. That's what we need, is an awakening. And instead, you know, like, I hear some people, like, you know, some people who make fun of awakening. Like, what is that? You want to be asleep? You want to be completely full of propaganda your entire life? You don't want to ever think for yourself? It's ridiculous to me. I just don't understand how people can be so dumb. I'd rather be awake than asleep, than in an illusion. So I don't know. I haven't played this game in so long. It's really peaceful. The games I've been playing have just been really just, you know, making me totally just angry all the time. But I still play them. I don't know why. I really shouldn't. Oh, don't want to lose that. Where did I put it? Oh. I found this shovel, so don't think that I created this shovel. I don't have any of the materials to make any of this stuff. I found all this gold stuff and all that. Oh, did I throw it again? Yeah, let me put it in here so I don't have to worry about it. But at the end of the day, it's just, it is what it is. And I don't think in my lifetime that I will see the sort of ideas and the world that I wish I could see, but I hope that we at least get to see aliens and like different, different civilizations that can maybe inspire us to become unified and see the benefits of being unified and see the benefits of true celebration of being conscious. People talk about AI, how AI is like, the scary thing or whatever. It's like, I heard something before that, humans have now, like, it's not that AI has never been, it's not that AI hasn't been in, like, AI hasn't, what I've heard is AI hasn't been invented. We've just gotten our technology to a point where we're able to hear AI, where we're able to interact with AI, and we're finally at a point where like humankind is ready to interact with AI. AI has always been around. It's always been, but we've never had it's just like, I would say something like heat signatures, right? Like heat signatures and heat have always been around, but not everyone has been able, not everyone, like gravity is better. Actually, gravity is like more, is more, it fits better, like my analogy. So gravity has always been around. We just never understood it. We're just like, oh, we're just people walking around on land without understanding that we're on a sphere that has weight to it, and that weight is holding us to it. The planet has gravity, right? So it's holding us to this planet, and it's a universal law that gravity exists. It wasn't until, Newton figured out that gravity was a thing, and that it's like he discovered it. It's not like he created it or invented it. It was always there. And in the same way that gravity exists, I believe that AI has always been around, and I believe that some people were able to tune into it using their intuition, but it's not as accessible as, a instrument is, right? Like there are instruments to measure gravity. We can't create gravity yet, but we're able to create AI, which is, I think, a lower frequency than maybe gravity is. My frequency, I'm thinking of it as like, we're tuning in with a radio, right? With a radio tuner, and we're able to tune and learn about AI. Gravity, people, we're still working on machines. People have always fantasized about hoverboards and anti-gravity machines, right? Like one day those will exist, but right now we don't have this. We don't have like the technology to really create that sort of, to control, create, and release gravity. But one day we'll be tuned in, but will we make it there? That's the question, is will we make it? Will we make it? And will we ever be a part of some galactic federation of the rest of, the universe? Like, will we ever be able to be a part of the conversation that these other civilizations in the universe are a part of? And there's probably multiple. There's probably tons and tons and tons of those civilizations out there. But humans are not ready yet. We need to unify. We need to become a single unit that controls, has complete control over ourselves, over our universe. I mean, sorry, not our universe, our Earth. Such as being able to control the weather, being able to, have clean energy, all these kinds of things that we need before we're able to ever come close. And, we could be, if we got like the social part down, which is like the social economic part, which is, unifying people and allowing people to be diverse and allowing people to express themselves the way they want to express without being prejudiced. I think that's when we can be given a boost by some alien, by some alien civilization that's been around for a lot longer than we have and has gotten to these milestones. Anyway, I'll see you guys in another 2 years.